The Galapagos is a volcanic island chain located in the Pacific Ocean, right at the equator. Made up of 13 major islands along with many other islets, here you will find some of the strangest creatures in the world. Marine iguanas, giant tortoises, blue-footed boobies, and many more. So join me as we visit 3 of the major islands in the Galapagos. The Galapagos belong to Ecuador, and to get here you must take a flight from Guayaquil to either San Cristobal or Santa Cruz. My suggestion is that you fly to one airport and leave from the other. That way you don't have to backtrack. Our first stop is San Cristobal, the easternmost island. It's home to the oldest permanent settlement in the islands and the first place Charles Darwin visited when he arrived in the Galapagos. Well, we have made it to San Cristobal Island here in the Galapagos. Look at this little bird. We made it through immigration. It's quite an expensive place to get to. You just have to pay $200 just to get into the island. We're gonna be hitting 3 different islands. We're starting in San Cristobal, then Isabela, then Santa Cruz, the 3 more populated islands. I love how they take a lot of pride in their animals. These islands have such a beautiful diversity of life that I'm super excited to show you. San Cristobal is packed with sea lions. These adorable sea puppies lounge around in the beach and in the streets, and the babies make a lot of funny noises. Yeah, the sound of nature. In the middle of the street. Look at them. They're chilling. It's okay. This one has taken the bench. Look at this. You're taking up more than one bench. I love this place. It's so charming. There's another one. What? I'm not bothering you. A short walk from the town will take you to the Loberia beach, where you can spot marine iguanas lounging in the sun. These are the only species of iguanas that can feed underwater, and they are only found in Galapagos. Behind me are some marine iguanas right here. The only iguana that can swim underwater. They go eat grass under the waters, under the cliffs here. What a sight. Every one of these animals in the Galapagos, super special. They have adapted especially well to the environment, and he looks like a little Godzilla. All around the island you get these reminders that should be common sense really, but you know how people are. Here it says, do not touch the sea lions, especially the puppies. If you touch the puppies, there's a chance that the mother might reject them because of the smell. So yeah, don't be touching the sea lions. That should be obvious, but I guess it's happened before. Imagine being abandoned by your mom because some dirty ape touched you. That's interesting. I've never seen cheese by only one arm. This is one of Ecuador's most emblematic dishes, encebollado, which is a tomato soup with onion, fish, and this one has shrimp and octopus. So you'll find it all over the country. You have it with rice, and they also give you an orange peel. It's quite a fascinating combination. Super good. When you're in San Cristobal, I recommend you do a 360 tour, which will take you all around the island. You'll visit some beautiful beaches and Kicker Rock, where you can snorkel or dive. Galapagos is one of the best places in the world for deep diving. You can see sharks, sea turtles, sea lions, and even whale sharks in the most remote islands. After San Cristobal, we head to Isabela. Isabela is the largest island, larger than all the other islands combined, and it was made from the fusion of 6 different volcanoes. You can visit the Sierra Negra volcano, which feels like walking on an alien planet. We are now heading to the island of Isabela, which is the biggest island in the Galapagos. It's composed out of 6 volcanoes, and together you gotta take a ferry, which is $30 each way. So you gotta pay $30 every time you travel to a different island.
Del Cantón Isabela, Miss Turismo, la virreina y la reina del Cantón Isabela, saludando. Queridos y bienvenidos y que viva Isabela, que viva su gente en su primer.
I just got to Isabela, which is supposed to be the most quiet town in the 3 islands. But there's a festival going on called the Festival of the Lobster, and there's some kids dancing to Gangnam Style. I forgot this was Latin America for a bit.
We are now cycling through Isabela Island, and look at this. Isn't she beautiful? The Galapagos giant tortoises. I think there's around 13 species of these all around the islands. Each island has a different variation because they have adopted different traits to survive. So some are longer necked and they have different shells, but this one is from Isabela. Look at him. Don't be shy. And she's just out here in the middle of the road. I mean, this is their home. We are the ones that have come recently. They have been here for millions of years. It's amazing that each animal in the Galapagos, each species had to pretty much come from the mainland, from South America and Central America. These tortoises, their closest relative is in South America, the Chaco turtle, although they don't look anything alike. But remember that the Galapagos Islands are in the middle of two of the Earth's currents, so a lot of birds had to fly here. Sea lions came from California. Tortoises had to come from South America. Although they can't swim, they do float, and they can survive for months without food. So at one point, his ancestor came from South America, and they started populating these islands. And there's 13 species of tortoises in the Galapagos, each one adapted to the different environments. But yeah, amazing critters. It's just mind-blowing that he had to travel an ocean to get here. And they've been here for millions of years now. Here's a little piece of Galapagos lore which you may not know. This behind me is the Wall of Tears, the last remaining piece of what used to be a penal colony back in 1946. It ran from 1946 to 1959, and the Ecuadorian government would bring its political prisoners here to the island of Isabela and pretty much torture them. So Galapagos wasn't always the tourist haven it is now. It used to be a place that only outlaws and the craziest of explorers would visit. And this is the last remaining piece of history from those times. It's such a picturesque place. It almost looks like a painting with the shades of green and the cacti contrasting with the ocean right here. No other place on earth like this, guys. Come visit. Not so fun fact. Pirates would actually capture these tortoises and take them on their ships because you can store a tortoise for like 4 or 5 months without it dying. So they would take them on their ships, eat them later, and this decimated the tortoise population from 100,000 all over the islands to around 20,000. And they've been recovering ever since. There used to be 16 species in the islands, but now there's only 10. The last species that went extinct were in the Pinta Island. You may remember Lonesome George. He passed away without being able to produce offspring. Scientists tried and tried, but this dude just wouldn't reproduce. So sadly, Lonesome George was the last remaining specimen of the Pinta tortoise. Hopefully we don't lose any more. The government has taken great effort in preserving all the animals here because they're precious. You're not gonna find a lot of these animals anywhere else on the planet. And this is the local cemetery. It's still kind of mind-boggling to think that there's people that are born and raised and die in these islands. They call it home. I mean, imagine living in the Galapagos.
After Isabela, we head to our final island, Santa Cruz. This is the most touristic town. From here you can take tours to other islands in Galapagos, like Bartolomé or Santiago. Santa Cruz itself is quite nice. The beaches are lush, and I got the chance to see the iconic blue-footed booby here, along with their chicks. Aren't they cute? The blue feet are actually a flirting device used by males to attract females. The healthier the bird, the more colorful its feet will be. Female boobies are always looking for the male with the most colorful feet. Blue-footed boobies have become the unofficial mascot of the Galapagos, as you'll find them in every souvenir store. Boobies are not endemic to the Galapagos. You can actually find them in several countries along the Pacific, but tourists don't need to know that.
And here are some more lizards. Iguanas just lounging by the beach. I love this place. This is a very different species of tortoise. He's on another island, and just look at its neck. It's very, very different from the first tortoise we saw over in Isabela, because he belongs to a different island. So each tortoise has their peculiar features that helps them to be adapted to their particular environments. Galapagos played a key role in the development of our understanding of biology, because in the 1800s, the naturalist Charles Darwin came from England on a 5-year journey on the Beagle, and he arrived in Galapagos. And then he started observing the differences in the tortoises, in the finches, in the mockingbirds that belong to each island, and he thought to himself, hey, why is each one of these animals similar but different? And after years of study, he developed his theory of natural selection, which would change the study of biology forever. And here is Lonesome George. They taxidermied him. So he's here with us forever. The last remaining tortoise in the Pinta species from the Pinta Island. They were never able to find them a female, so he died without offspring. With him died an entire species of giant tortoise. Rest in peace, man. The Galapagos is a magical place. If you ever have the chance to visit, you won't regret it. It can be a bit pricey, but there really is nothing like it on Earth. As always, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.